Welcome back in this science class. Today I am going to teach you another new interesting chapter of science. That is chapter 3 related to your body. See this picture. Children are playing. You can jump, you can kick a ball, stand straight or sit easily. This means you can move your body any way you want. But how do you do all this? What gives support and flexibility to your body? This only we are going to study in chapter 3, that is the skeletal system. Already in the previous classes you have studied what the skeletal system is the hard structure found inside our body. What is this hard structure? What it is made up of? Yes, it is made up of variety of bones. Now children, before going deep into the chapter, first of all we will study what are these bones. So children, feel your wrist. That means touch it. Your fingers, your arms. Can you feel some hard structure? Yes, I can feel it. You can also feel it. So what are these? These hard structures are called bones. So children, what are bones? Bones are the hard structure of different shapes and sizes. I'll show you the picture of variety of bones. See, some bones are long, some bones are short. Some are flat, some are thin and rounded. So these bones, when arranged in the fixed manner, they form that hard structure which is found inside our body. So let's study more about bones. As we born, we have around about 300 bones in our body. But as we grow up, many of these bones fuse together. Fuse together means they are joined together and it reduces to 206 bones in an adult human. So, how many bones are there in a human body? Yes, there are 206 bones in the human body. Now children, what are these bones made of? These bones are made up of calcium, phosphorus and a substance called collagen. You know, outer layer of the bone is made up of calcium. That's why we advise you to drink milk, because milk contains calcium and this calcium makes the bone strong. Now see, this is the picture of bone. From outside it is hard and tough, but from inside it is soft and spongy, has a jelly-like material called the bone marrow. See children, this is the bone marrow and the numerous blood cells are produced in this bone marrow. What are that numerous blood cells? Yes, that are RBC, platelets and white blood cells are all produced in the bone marrow. So from outside bones are hard and tough and from inside bones are soft and spongy. Has a jelly-like material called bone marrow which produces blood cells in our body. Now children, what are the functions of the bone? Yes, there are two important functions of the bone. It protects the organ of a body. As the bones are hard and strong, so it provides the strength to the body. This way you understood children, bones are very important for us. And the hard structure which is found inside a body, bones are very important. They are the structure required thing in our body. See this picture. It is the picture of tall building. It also has strong thing inside it. What is that? Yes, it is the steel framework on which this building is built. And this steel framework makes the building strong. So same way our body also have strong structure inside which make our body strong and sturdy. And these hard structures are bones. As I have shown you the picture of variety of bones. These variety of bones are arranged in the fixed manner. So exactly what is the structure? This structure is a system of bones. So this is called the skeletal system. As these hard structures are called bones, so the framework of bones is called skeleton. And the bones of skeleton are joined in the fixed manner and form the skeletal system. Now children, if we do not have the bones, how our body will look like? Yes, just like a pulp. That means shapeless heap of tissue. Now you know our body consists of very delicate and soft organs, isn't it? What are they? Yes, they are brain, lungs, heart. As all these organs are very soft and delicate, so they need a sort of protection. This skeleton provides the protection as you can see in the picture. Now children, by chance if you get hit, that means your bones get hit and your inner parts are safe. Now children, what are the functions of the skeletal system? It provides support and shape to the body. It protects the soft organs of the body. What are that soft organs? Yes, they are heart, lungs, brain. And not only this, it allows the movement in the body. If we do not have this skeleton, we will not able to crawl also, as we are moving from one place to another because of this skeleton only. Children, you might have understood what is skeleton and its function. Now we will study its parts. Parts of skeleton. Now children, how many parts of a skeleton are there? Yes, there are 5 parts. Skull, vertebral column, rib cage, limbs and girdles. So these are the parts of a skeleton. Now I'll show you the picture of each part. This is skull, rib cage, girdles, limbs, and this is the vertebral column. When these parts are arranged in the fixed manner, they form the skeleton. And skeleton is the hard structure which is found inside our body. So children, let's discuss each part in detail. So let's start with the skull. This much portion of the body is called the skull. That means head of the body is called the skull. Now you can see the structure of skull and its different parts. So what are its different parts? This is cranium. This is cranium. This is the front part, eye socket, base of the nose, and this is the upper jaw. This is the upper jaw called the maxilla. This is the lower jaw called mandible. You can see this is the lower jaw which is known as mandible. Now I'll show you the different parts of the skull. See this part, children. Can you see this part? This part of the skull consists of 8 flat bones. These 8 flat bones are joined together. That means they are interlocked and forms the hollow case called cranium. This means this portion is called the cranium and the bones are called cranial bones. Now see this part? This part. This part consists of the 14 bones. These 14 bones forms the frame of a face. That means it gives the shape to the face, protecting all the sense organs. And these 14 bones are called the facial bones. So how many bones are present in this part? Yes, 14 bones. Now children, 8 bones are present here. 8 bones are present here. 14 bones are present here. So children, how many bones are present in the skull? Yes, 22 bones are present in the skull. Now see these parts, children. This is the hole. This is the hole for eyes, nose, ears and mouth. That means the skull gives space to ear, eyes, nose and mouth to fix in it. This way they protect all the sense organs. Now see this part. This part is called the cranium. That means here the 8 flat bones join together to form the hollow case called cranium. So this portion is called cranium. Now you understood, children, what is the skull? Yes, skull is the head of the body. How many bones are present? 22 bones are present. 14 bones are present in this portion and 8 bones are present in this portion. And this is called, what it is called, children? Yes, cranium, where the 8 flat bones lock together like a jigsaw puzzle and form a hard hollow case called cranium. So what are the functions of the skull? Yes, the skull gives shape to the face by protecting all the sense organs. It also protects the delicate brain and it protects the eyes, nose, ear and tongue. The lower jaw enables us to talk and eat food. This means this is the lower jaw. This lower jaw enables us to talk and eat food. Now as children, it protects the delicate organ. And what is that delicate organ? Yes, it is the brain. So we can say that the skull acts like a helmet. Now let's move to the second part of the skeleton, that is vertebral column. This vertebral column is also known as backbone. Now children, you know where backbone is present? Yes, it is present at the back of the body. That means it runs from the base of the skull up to the hip region. Now children, keep your hands like this and touch at the back of your body. You will feel some hard structure. That hard structure is called the vertebral column or backbone. And you know children, it is not a one single bone. It consists of 33 small bones. These 33 small bones are of ring shape and it is called vertebrae. That means 33 small bones are called vertebrae. This means the vertebral column is made up of 33 small bones and they are of ring shape. As you can see in this picture, it is a picture of single vertebrae. As you can see in this picture, that backbone is attached from the base of the skull. Now I will show you the picture of single vertebrae. See, this is the single vertebrae, ring-like structure. It consists of a hole and the spinal cord passes through it. This means that vertebral column protects the spinal cord. See this picture? This is a hole and this is the spinal cord passes through it, and these are the vertebrae. These are the vertebrae. So now children, what are the functions of vertebral column? Yes, it supports the back of a body. It protects the delicate spinal cord passing through it. See, this is the picture of brain in the skull and how it is, the spinal cord is attached from the base of the skull up to the hip region. And one more interesting thing children, I tell you, because of this spinal cord only we are able to bend in different directions. That means the spine is very flexible, which help us to bend in different directions, as you can see in this pictures. So the spine is the flexible part of the body that facilitates twisting and bending of our back in different directions. So this is the vertebral column. Now children, you understood what help us to bend in the different directions? Yes, it is the spine that is protected by the vertebral column. Now children, press your hand around your chest. Can you feel some hard structure? What is that? Yes, it is the rib cage. This is the structure of rib cage found in our chest region. This rib cage is the bony framework formed by the ribs around your chest. So children, what are ribs? Ribs are thin and flat curved bones that form a cage around your heart and lungs to protect them. So children, see. So here you will found in this chest region your heart and lung protected by this rib cage. So children, how many pairs of ribs are present? Yes, there are 12 pairs of ribs found present in. So there are 12 pairs of ribs found in the rib cage. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And they are attached to this flat bone. This chest flat bone. And this flat bone in the middle of the chest is called the sternum. Now see children, all the ribs are attached to the vertebral column at the back. But in the front they are attached to the sternum. Now the 7 pairs of ribs. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These pairs of ribs are attached to the chest bone. And which is the chest bone? Yes, sternum. That means the top 7 pairs of ribs are attached to the breastbone or sternum. And the 3 pairs, 1, 2, 3, they are attached together. Then they are attached to the sternum. Now total how many pairs we have studied about? 10 pairs. And the last 2 pairs of the ribs which are not joined to the sternum are called the floating ribs. That means these 2 pairs are the floating ribs which are not joined to the sternum. Now children, you understood what are the ribs? Yes, ribs are a delicate bone present in the chest region. How many pairs of ribs are there? There are 12 pairs of ribs, out of which 10 pairs of ribs are attached to the sternum. That is also called the breastbone. So what is sternum? Yes, flat bone in the middle of the chest is called sternum. And the 2 pairs of ribs which are not joined to the breastbone are called the floating ribs. So what are the functions of the rib cage? The rib cage protects the heart and the lungs. It also helps to expand the chest cavity so that oxygen fill up the lungs when we breathe in. So this way how our rib cage protects the lungs, and this is the heart. So children, now you understood. When we get by chance, if we get hit, it is a bone that get hit, not a soft parts. That means the soft parts remain safe inside this rib cage. Now let's move to the 4th part of the skeleton. Limbs. Limbs means arms and leg. There are 2 types of limbs, forelimbs and hind limbs. Arms are called forelimbs and legs are called the hind limbs. First of all, we will discuss about the forelimbs. This forelimb consists of the arm and the hand. Now you can see in this picture children, arm is also divided into 2 parts. Upper arm, lower arm. Upper arm consists of 1 bone, lower arm consists of 2 bones, and these hand and wrist made up of very small bones. Now children, how many bones are present in the forelimbs? Yes, 3. one in the upper arm and two in the lower arm. Now the bone of the upper arm is called the humerus. This is the humerus, bone of the upper arm. And two bones which are found in the lower arm are called radius and ulna. This is the wrist and the hand, which is made up of very small bones. Even you can see, you can touch and you can feel it. Our wrist and our hands are made up of very small bones. Now children, upper arm bone is called the humerus and the lower arm has two bones called the radius and ulna. This is the radius. Now see children, this is, what is this? This is thumb. Radius is located on the thumb side of the forearm. That means you will find your radius here. What is this children? This is little finger. This ulna is located on the little side of the forearm. That means down. This is called the ulna. So this is radius and this is the ulna. So where is radius located? On the thumb side of the forearm. And where is ulna located? It is located on the little finger side of the forearm. So where is your radius? Here. And where is ulna? Here. And these are the having these wrist and hands are having very short bones. Now the hind limbs. Hind limbs means your leg and your foot. This hind limb is also consists of the two parts, upper part and the lower part. Upper part consists of one bone and lower part consists of two bones, just like a four limbs. So how many bones are present in the hind limbs? Three bones. One in the upper part of the leg and two in the lower part of the leg. Let's see what are they. So this is the picture of the bones of hind limbs. This is the femur, this is the tibia and this is the fibula. And these ankle and toes are having the very small bones. Now see children, femur, it is extending from the hip to the knee. And it is, you know children, it is the largest bone of the body. Now the bones of the lower part of the leg, that is tibia and fibula. Now tibia is located on the inner side of the lower leg and it connects the knee to the ankle. So fibula is located on the outer side of the leg. This means tibia is on the inner side of the leg. On the outer side of the leg, fibula is located. So children, where fibula is located? It is located on the outer side of the lower leg. It is smaller than the tibia. So now you understood children the bones of hind limbs and forelimbs? Yes. In both the limbs, three bones are present. And you know children, one more interesting thing, that is the low bones of the lower limbs are the strongest bone of our body. It bears the entire weight of the body when the person is standing in the upright position. Now children, last part of the skeleton is girdles. The bony structure to which limbs are attached are called girdles. There are two types of girdles, pectoral girdle and the pelvic girdle. So first we will discuss the pectoral girdle. Pectoral girdle is also known as the shoulder girdle and the forelimbs are attached to this girdle. Next is pelvic girdle, which is known as hip girdle. The hind limbs are attached to this pelvic girdles and this girdle protects our kidney and the urinary bladder. Just see, pelvic girdle to which the hind limbs are attached, and this is the pectoral girdle to which forelimbs are attached. These are the two types of girdle. Now here children, I am concluding my session by giving you some homework. This homework you have to do in the rough copy. What is that homework? Let's see. Where are these bones are located in our body? Means it is humerus, sternum and femur. Where are they located in the body? You have to write that. And here you have to define some terms. What are they? They are sternum, skeleton, floating ribs and the ribs. So children, do this homework, revise the chapter and take care. Thank you.